Corvo, wake up! You were making funny faces while you were sleeping. I decided to nap here in your room while Callista was taking her bath. She told me if there's ever trouble, I should always run here. Callista will come get me when she's done with her bath. Thanks, Corvo. It makes me feel better.
Well, Mr. Sokolov has certainly recovered. A good night's sleep has left him with an appetite.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The ascent...
I know it looks... I was inventing a new kind of lock. The tumblers, shaped like snowflakes. The truth is, there is no snowflake lock. I was just, looking through the lock. I realize, well, everything you're thinking I already realize. I'm a natural philosopher, but that doesn't mean I'm not a gentleman, or I try to be one.
Can't you see I'm about to bathe? Corvo, under other circumstances, I assure you I might welcome your advances. But rats, plague, and tyranny have a way of killing the mood. I can't believe this. When I took this job, they told me I'd work with good men. Thank you for being a gentleman. Now, if you'll excuse me, if you don't mind, obviously I'd like to be alone in here. Excuse me, a lady needs her privacy. Have you never seen a woman before? Not all of us are empresses.
The young lady Emily was trying to sneak into your quarters while you slept, sir. I don't think she meant any harm. First you joined us, then Overseer Martin, then Lady Emily, then Mr. Sokolov. More dishes and laundry for me. At least make me feel safer. At one time, we used to have colorful bedding. Someone bleached it all trying to kill plague germs. It's gotten so bad that I can barely walk anyway, even during the day. Those dogs from the City Watch are terrible. Just mean. No one here can sing. I think we could use some song here. Some music.
Good morning, Corvo. I believe Sokolov is awake now. The Admiral is with him now. I'm sure they are ready to start on your arrival. The High Overseer is supposed to be the most pious man in the Empire, living completely in alignment with the Seven Strictures and guiding the people in the religious faction towards spiritual health. Campbell was a farce. If not for all the blackmail material he accumulated, he'd have never been more than a lower-level initiate among overseers. The Admiral, Lord Pendleton, and I have already begun using some of what we've learned from Campbell's Black Book, Corvo. You've given us powerful leverage to get the overseers on our side. I can't thank you enough. I'll speak to you later. I've got to go through Campbell's journal again. It's incredible. A decade of secrets, betrayals, and observations. Now I understand how such a man rose to the top of the Abbey.
Say what you will, the royal physician knows his wines. We must admire Lord Pendleton's composure in the face of his terrible loss. That mark on your hand, is it a tattoo or a brand? It's disturbing, I must say. Surely you're not superstitious.
I hope Sokolov will cooperate. I'd hope to have him paint my portrait again one day. Just me this time. It's not that I object to holding him hostage for a while, since he's been aiding the Lord Regent, but it's a shame. I always found him rather charming.
Anton Sokolov dined with us at the manor several years ago. He is both brilliant and disgusting. I doubt he has changed much.
Bringing in Sokolov was a stroke of genius. The Lord Regent's got the support of most of the noble families. Who knows what bullying he's done to bring them all in line. We need information to break his hold.
Royal Physician, I believe you and Corvo knew each other in former days. Unlike you, our friend Corvo knows what loyalty means.
Bah! I am loyal to my inner spirit. You are the one consorting with the most wanted man in the Empire.
It's my belief that Corvo was innocent in the death of the Empress, and the former spy master, or the Lord Regent, as he calls himself, is a ruthless tyrant bent on destroying this city, the heart of the Empire.
You are mistaken if you think there's love between me and our Lord Regent. But whatever you intend to do here, I assure you, I am beyond petty scare tactics.
If I don't scare you, Sokolov, perhaps these rats will. Even if they don't carry plague. I've heard of a swarm of rats stripping a child's body to the bone in half a minute. I've heard worse. How long do you think it'll be before you talk? Before you beg to talk?
Rats? Is that the company you keep now, Admiral?
It's the company you keep that interests us, Sokolov. We know you painted a portrait of the Lord Regent's mistress, the very aristocrat who is funding the military with her fortune. She is the key to the Lord Regent's control over the city, and we must have her name.
Sorry, Admiral. I cannot help you. You're part of this rabble, but I know you have your reasons.
Yes, he does. All we need is the name of the Lord Regent's mistress. It's very simple.
I elect not to tell you. You will have to force the words from me, and I warn you, my willpower is quite legendary.
Curious strategy.
Of which I approve.
I'm grateful for your discretion in the technical matter we spoke of. It's well known that Sokolov is virtually addicted to a rare liquor called King Street Brandy. The taste is revolting, but I happen to have a bottle. However, I am reluctant to give it to you for Sokolov. It cost me quite a lot. It is very expensive stuff, a blend of rare Pendician spices and a drop of whale oil. Would you care to purchase it?
What will I say when Sokolov has passed at his funeral? Something like this, perhaps. Sokolov is dead. Gone forever.
I'm grateful for
we
your
were
discretion
rivals
in
at the
the technical
academy,
matter
yes.
we spoke
He
of.
was jealous of my agile brain and youthful energies. But he's dead now. And what can I say about him? Sokolov, he did improve on some inventions. He did well for himself in his way. He had many admirers among the aristocracy, especially those who lack a solid background in matters of natural philosophy. He was a painter of portraits. They say his work was genius. That remains to be seen. Time will tell.
I could use a drink. King Street brandy? I didn't know any more existed. It is an extraordinary gift. I see I'm dealing with men of taste. I can tell you this much. She was always referred to as Lady Boyle. I painted her to be sure, but I never saw her face or learned her first name. You see, I painted her from behind. I assure you, she still makes a striking portrait. But I do not know which Boyle she is. I was to be introduced to her at a masked ball in her honor this very night. But I will miss that party, it seems.
A masked ball at the Boyle estate? Tonight? The timing is perfect, Corvo. But the Boyles are wealthy and ruthless, so security will be very tight.
Of course, you already have a mask, don't you, Corvo?
He's right. You will be able to mingle with them once you're on the grounds. You'll have to find out which of the Boyle women is connected to the Lord Regent and take her out in whatever way you can devise. We're very close now. If you do this tonight, we'll be able to strike at the Lord Regent himself and put Emily on the throne. May the wind favor you.
I swear I never saw her face, although I can vouch that her hindquarters are the finest in the city, and perhaps the Empire itself. I assume I will remain in this kennel for the duration of your little protest movement. I don't suppose you have anything to read. Wilmot's History of the Lesser Perversions, perhaps? You're mistaken if you think I care a fig for the Lord Regent. The man's neurotic. He's the source of most of our trouble, I suspect. You're a far more interesting person than I took you for, Corvo. One day we'll have quite a conversation. I never believed you were the one to strike down the Empress, Corvo. She cared for you greatly. But I suspect you'll be the man to put the next Empress on the throne.
I hear you're off to the Boyles' little bash tonight. I have just a tiny favor I'd like to ask you. Could you give this note to Lord Shaw? You'll know him. A rather brusque man wearing a wolf's mask. In fact, he may be looking for me. I knew Sokolov would see reason and tell us what we need to know. He never actually liked the Lord Regent. I'll be sorry to miss the whole affair, but you know how it is. Top secret missions and all that. It's rather important. I wouldn't trust anyone but you to deliver the message to Lord Shaw. The note is brief, but Lord Shaw will understand it. Watch yourself among the Lord Regent's noble bootlickers. I do hate to bother you with the matter of this message, but it's of importance, and you'll be able to handle it better than anyone else, I assure you.
Have you ever been in a sea battle?
Of course.
Did you ever see pirates? And did you sink any?
Of course. Dozens. Oh, yes. But that's not for young girls to hear about.
But I will be Empress, won't I? And then I'll have to sink lots of enemy ships myself. And that's what Empresses do mostly, isn't it?
Of course.
I knew it! I read that some pirate ships have witches aboard that can cause storms and make whales do what they want. Is that true?
Yes. Mostly. Maybe we should be quiet now.
Very well.
Dear Uncle, it's been a while since I've heard from you, and with the way things are going, I can't be sure we'll see each other again. I just wanted to tell you I'm doing well, and I'm safe, for now. My job, caring for a young girl, is better than I expected, though she can be very trying. But I'm treated well. There is enough to eat. I fare better than most, I suppose.
We are the last of our family, Uncle Kurnow. We just have to go on living, if we can. May we see each other soon. Your niece, Callista.
Everything was so fancy at the Golden Cat, but in a different way than the palace was fancy. The old Madame Prudence said that all the ladies are princesses and the men come to admire them. My doll, Mrs. Pilson, was there the day my mother died. We both saw it. I bet Mrs. Pilson would have liked it there. I hope she's safe, wherever she is. If I ever see my doll again, I'm going to declare a holiday across the Empire.
A masked ball. You happen to have the most clever mask of them all. Entering a hive of aristocrats, all who live to kiss the Lord Regent's backside. I'd rather swim with the hagfish. Lord Pendleton is an exception, of course. The Boyle family is notorious in high society for their decadence and cruelty. I wish you well. Getting in and out of Boyle Manor won't be trivial. You could apply force or guile. Trust your gut in knowing which is the best approach. That thing with the brandy, simply brilliant.
The Boyle costume ball, huh? Well, that'll be fun, but not for everybody. You ready?
Regent's pulling out all the stops for the Boyle family. I didn't think there'd be tall boys patrolling here tonight. Watch yourself, Corvo. They don't fool around. The good news is, once you get to the party, that mask of yours will let you blend right in. Enjoy your evening out with the folk of quality. Better you than me.
How can it be that I know such things?
Attention citizens, please clear the streets. This area is restricted to invited guests only. By request of the local...
This place gives me the creeps. Didn't old Granny Rags used to live right here?
Who? That crazy old lady?
They say she used to be a noblewoman until her whole family died off. They say she sold them to the outsider.
How about this? You do your damn job, and I'll watch out for scary old ladies.
Corvo? Is that what you dreamed of? All those months in Coldridge Prison while waiting for the executioner? Wealth, beautiful women in the latest fashions, laughing and drinking Tivian wine? And what of the host, Lady Boyle? I can see all her tomorrows, and I know that either she dies tonight at your hand, or she'll live out her days, month after month, year after year, far away, even as her fine clothes wear into tatters and her silken hair gets dull and gray. Half the city can see the lights from the party, and they dream of the delights inside. Will you tear it all to pieces? Either way, it's Lady Boyle's last party.
Listen, I can hear their every thought.
she lost her voice right at the start.
And that's a crime?
Wait for it. A couple of overseers were passing, and they had one of their... you know.
The music boxes.
So she stopped singing as they passed, and...
And they thought she was a witch.
You should have seen it. Ran right through the rose bushes and tackled her. Dragged her back to that abbey.
And they call us stupid.
We had to get a notarized letter from the Regent himself to get her back. But she hasn't been the same since.
I'm not surprised. I've heard stories.
She won't talk about it. One of these days I will tear one of those zealots apart myself. I'll be right behind you.
Say they didn't have it coming, the filth.
Why, it's a fortress. Have you ever been in...
Oh, there went my invitation.
Maddie, don't chase after that. You don't know what's in those buildings.
No places.
I should cut them out entirely.
They're going to wear the same costume in different colors, and we're meant to guess. Another of their eccentric fancies. I suppose we've no choice but to play.
It's going to be brilliant.
It's going to be inexpressibly tiresome.
If you're not going to have fun, maybe you should go home.
I'll struggle on, once we locate the wine.
Harold takes pride in being difficult.
As much as you take in being easy.
Shall we go in?
Emma insisted we meet her out by the curb.
Well, I'm going to catch plague and die waiting out here.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Why don't you wait here, as any gentleman would, and we'll go inside and make nasty remarks about Emma's style, or lack of it.
Well, we know I'm no gentleman, so you might as well make them here.
You have to feel sorry for her. She's only here to ask for a handout.
She must be desperate. When have the Boyles ever given anything away? Maybe she hopes she'll win the game. Life is so boring. I'd die without gossip.
We'll probably die anyway, waiting for Emma.
I'll drink to that.
Which part?
Any of it. By damn, I want some wine.
Invitation, please. Right this way, sir.
I should cut them out entirely. All of them.
Are you looking forward to the party?
Oh, that's an awful mask. Where can I get one?
Ah, Mr. Bunting. Just had someone here pretending to be you. Welcome.
Should we gather for whiskey and cigars tonight?
Another party game. It was fun for a season, but now?
What is it tonight?
Guess which is which. Their hair and makeup are identical, but one's in red, one's in black, one's in white. There's a prize at the end. The Boyle cameo.
As if they don't get enough attention. Then again, the cameo is worth a lot.
Doesn't Esma's bedroom have a balcony? If you could get up there, I bet you could find something.
More likely I'd end up in Coldridge Prison. The City Watch is everywhere tonight. But at least you're thinking.
There must be another way. Waverly likes to be seen in red.
Which everyone knows. Too obvious. You know, I hear there are other ways into Esma's bedroom.
Oh, don't flatter yourself.
Just thinking out loud, dear. I hear the whole second floor is off limits tonight. Too many guests walking off with their valuables.
The party's indoors this time.
Are you going to be playing the Boyle's game? Oh my, that's wicked. Who made that mask for you? It's exactly like the wanted posters.
That's going to cast a pall over the whole evening. I think I'm starting to enjoy myself.
Think you'll get your own squad after what happened last night?
Never doubt it. Welcome to the Boyle estate.
Yes? Pendleton? What's he got to say to me?
Pendleton is a gutless, lying sack of shit. I hope he's paying you well for this. It's damn cold tonight. Hurry up, and let's see what you're made of.
Be it noted that Lord Pendleton's representative has a pistol. You may proceed. A contest of honor will take place between this anonymous gentleman acting for the challenger, Lord Trevor Pendleton, and Lord Shaw, the challenged party. You will each turn and proceed to the marked positions and remain facing away from each other as I count down from 3. You may then turn and fire
Get
at will.
on with it. I'll kill this fool and we can all go back inside.
Sorry, my lord. We shall proceed. Stop! Stand right there. 3, 2, 1.
And that's another patron dead. What do we do now?
It's lucky we're in demand. I hear the Estermonts pay top coin. No use trying them tonight. Let's see if we can find a little brandy. Let the Boyles clean up the mess.
What most people don't remember is...
Think you'll get your own squad after what happened last night?
Indeed. I believe so.
Plague, too.
Are you sure? That's not
Welcome
how I
to the
remember
party.
it.
If something caused this, it's not the Empress's passing. That's what they want you to think.
Watch what you're saying.
I say nothing against the Lord Regent. He's the only one holding this together. He'll make us great again.
Some of us will be great. The Boyles, at least.
Now. It's just luck they found crystals on their land, and that we can't make the rat lights without them.
And we can't get rid of the rats. Rat lights and whale oil. That's all we live for now.
We found out what the whales could do, and it made us an empire. This is the beginning of a golden age.
Do you know they've dug down and found the ruins of another city under this one? Before the Overseers, before anything. I bet they thought they were in a golden age, too.
You need another drink, friend.
Stop at once.
Step back, sir. I don't believe we're acquainted.
You, a gentleman?
I'll have you know I'm as gentle as I need to be in any given situation, as I think I've proven.
I told you not to bring that up.
There's a great deal I could offer you.
Don't be silly. The rumors say the Boyles practically own your estate.
What if I said I could get you out of the city, away from all this, to Serkonos or further?
I don't believe you, but if you're telling the truth, we should talk further, but not here.
Excuse me.
Oh, leave him be. It's a party.
This is a private conversation.
It's a party. It's called mingling.
Mingle all you want, then. We'll speak later.
I'll find you.
Good evening.
You're a scandal in that mask. I like a man with poor judgment. would you get me a drink? I'd be so grateful. It's so hot in here, I'd do anything for a drink. Go ahead, help yourself. I take everything I can carry. They'll never miss it.
Will you be leaving the city during the Fugue Feast this year?
No, no, no.
You remember.
Come and entertain me.
Don't you?
Thank you so much. Now, how can I thank you? Are you playing Lady Boyle's guessing game? Well, I know for a fact that Waverly's in white tonight. Perhaps she's pretending to be a virgin. Additionally, Lydia's in black.
Just before the Empress died.
Tell me, have you learned anything more?
Welcome to my party. I don't believe I've had the pleasure. What a deliciously sinful mask.
Things are bad. Could the city get any worse?
Never doubt it.
Seem interesting? I love that mark on the back of your hair about Mrs. Brimsley. You'll never believe this.
What is it now?
She had her jobber pick up a boy in the street, barely 16 years old, no family left.
I thought her interests were confined to her family.
I think she ran out of family a while ago.
What's it all about? And how do you know this?
My servants heard it from hers, naturally. They were sexual rights, I can only assume. Or else, I heard she bathed in her own nephew's blood.
Ridiculous. What sort of hygiene is that?
It's a ritual for the outsider, to keep them safe.
Emma, you could get her sent to the Abbey.
Nobody that rich gets sent anywhere they don't want. The Brimsleys made an awful lot of money this past century. Makes you wonder if those rituals work.
What happened to the boy?
I hear he enjoyed himself very much, for a while. You there, stop that! Oh, hello, I'm Ella. Enjoy the party, if you can.
Welcome to the Boyle estate.
You should see this as an opportunity.
To what? Learn a trade? Join the city watch?
Your house built its fortune in crisis. You can do so again.
Land is worthless now. My buildings are full of corpses and rats. Where's the fortune there?
If you want to be beaten, go right ahead. Let your family starve. Sell your wife into prostitution. I'm sure I can get you a good price.
You son of a bitch.
There's the old pirate spirit. Things are changing too fast to give up just yet. First that nasty mess with the Empress, now the High Overseer's gone. Parliament is shifting. The whole city's turning upside down.
Hello, sir.
If we only had a good war to get into.
There you are. Although at this stage, I don't know who we could beat.
But don't you see, we don't need to win a war, only lose it. Everything's revalued, and we let the conquerors worry about the problems.
Interesting. I'll be informing the Lord Regent of your ideas in the morning.
You don't mean...
Have another drink, Boyle. Go ahead, take it. Everyone does. I had a servant. I know your mission tonight. We must speak. Privately. I'm a friend of Pendleton's, and I've done a few favors for your cause. I know your purpose here tonight, and, how to say this, your target is the woman I love. I swear that if you'll bring her to me unharmed, you will never hear of her again. There's a cellar directly below the kitchen. I'll wait for you there. I'm not proud of this, but surely it's better than seeing her killed. Her name is Waverly. I won't harm her, I swear. I'm a man of means. Just bring her to the cellar, and I will keep her safe with me. Forever.
Don't you think this color suits me? What a deliciously sinful mask. What a handsome group of guards we have. I hope this plague lasts forever. Ooh,
no guests past this point.
Will you want to join us for hunting next year in the month of wind?
This was once the house of a high overseer. Lady Boyle took special care to desecrate each and every room.
Society isn't what it was. Well, what is it? Oh, really? Tell me. Well done. But you'll have to name all three of us for the cameo. What do you mean you'll save my life? What? Why? Who sent you? Very well. I've no wish to die. But I won't wait long. And if you're lying, I'll see you hang.
Do you want to join us for hunting next
Waverly
year?
Boyle.
The wind?
She acts as if too good for her many suitors. But the servant boys know her well enough. Old friends are cut from the guest list. at the merest rumor of plague. Tonight, the nobles try to conceal their indiscretions.
I still miss the Empress. We were such good friends.
The youngest of the Boyle women, she suffers from reckless frivolity, followed by long bouts of melancholy. The Society of Dun will know better than to make an enemy of Wavy Boyle. A favorite game of hers is to befriend a young socialite, and then see her ruined within a year. A servant from Morley once stirred her so deeply, she had him killed the next day. The other families dare not make a move without first approval from the 3 ladies Boyle.
You found her! Quickly, let's get her on board. At last, oh my love. Someday you will understand. You'll never know how happy you've made me. Someday she'll learn to appreciate me. After all, she'll have her whole life.
Don't be fooled if you hear laughter or happen upon a smile. There is no likeness or merit, dear. I am not alive, nor have I received the gift of death.
I'm wondering if I should upgrade the staff.
I hope you enjoyed your evening, sir. But we'd best be on our way. Quickly.